Hello and welcome, race fans, to the second installment of the Great Kerbal Space Race. Some announcements. 1. I hate the sound of my own voice. 2. There was a 2, I forgot what it was. Anyways, moving on. Both Thomas and Duran have safely moved from the moon here to Kerbal over there. Duran used aero braking in order to get within race parameter orbit. I haven't seen what Thomas has done, but he assures me he's gotten there safely and legally. So now it's my turn to land on the moon. So yes, as we can that's one heck of an orbit. As we can see, Duran has landed quite safely. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. That's under the 110 parameters. I might just have to disqualify him. That's a little bit disappointing. Let's hope nothing goes wrong while I land. So here we have my wonderful little ship. Kerbalator. Let's look at the resources. Let's see, we have not a lot of RCS fuel. We're going to put these out of commission for the moment. Same goes with this tank. This tank isn't going to be used for anything but leaving the moon. This tank is sufficiently full that that should be enough to get us to land on the moon. We have plenty of electric charge, plenty of electric fuel, quite a bit, maybe a bit less than I'd like. I've always managed to land this with a bit more fuel than that in this tank, but I'm sure I can land it with more than that. And as you can see, I've got 2 sets of landing gear. This bottom half, actually, these 2 pieces right here are, in actual fact, they are docking. They're the large docking ports. I find them actually to be incredibly useful because they allow, basically, for me to, when the time comes, I will reactivate this engine when it is time to go from the surface of the moon to lunar orbit and then back to Kerbal. And then I will detach it and switch to these engines. And by switching to these engines, I will use this fuel. And using that fuel will mean that I can go from the moon back to Kerbal orbit. I will probably also have to employ aero braking. And for those of you who don't know what aero braking is re-entering atmosphere. But if you're traveling at significant velocities, basically what happens is the atmosphere just slows you down and your orbit goes from being this massive ellipse that goes out like that to being less and less and less until you get to such a point that you can actually we are going to speed up time here to do 2 things. 1, we're going to watch as Naglfar. I have a thing about landing on the moon at night. I don't like it. So we're going to rotate such that I can land in the light side, and we're going to watch. Now see there, Drawn managed to stay within parameters. Now I don't know if Thomas simply forgot that you couldn't. I don't know how high he goes. Looks like he goes up to 400, then he comes back. I don't know if he forgot that he can't. I think I will discuss it with him, and then a decision will be handed down. And then if he did truly forget, or if it's not clearly stated in the rules, he will be given a warning. He will have to fix it before he can land, and then he will go from there. Hopefully the fixing it won't put him in such a state that he can't land. Running out of fuel is the same as crash landing, in that once you run out of fuel, you are essentially unable to continue, and being unable to continue means you have to start again. However, unbeknownst to all of the contestants, there is actually another ship, invisible, that you can't see. It's not debris. See, there's all the debris. All the glorious debris. Basically, if you EVA your Kerbal, you can... Oops, wrong button. You EVA them and then end the flight. That is considered legally bringing them home, and that is left out. It's basically the contestant says, I can't continue, and they're picked up. Now, let's land this friendly little termite. Kerbal. Termite. Oh, 47 seconds. Okay. Oh, I have nowhere near enough time. Slide. So yes, the cardinal rule when using these, maybe not the cardinal rule, but the rule that I certainly seem to see being used a lot. Oh, this doesn't really do anything. Is basically kill your vertical thrust Yes, sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. The best way, sometimes if you have large burn maneuvers, you don't want to start at the node, you want to start halfway of the estimated burn, so that when it comes time to actually do the burn, you're actually halfway through it, so that you transition to where you're supposed to be. So we're just going to cut to ship. Oh, and it's recognized that we are no longer in a circular orbit, and it's changed the view, so that is as high as I can go. Instead of being, so this is free view, basically means yes, we've recognized that you've got a less than circular orbit, and it means that I've got if you have a circular orbit, the planet appears on either side of the screen in orbital view. Whereas if you are in a non-circular orbit, a orbit that would land somewhere, okay. Oh, straight down. Straight down. That's what I call perfect. I just need to watch my velocity. And what that means is I can now switch to this view. We can extend these landing struts, because we don't need these, because, well, these won't do anything. They're for landing back on Kerbal or Kerbal or whatever fancy name you want to give it. Actually, it's a bit silly. It's Kerbal. How silly of me. Do I even play this game? What? So now we descend straight down, which is great. And we're going to skip time to the point of, oh, let's say 300 meters per second. So now I know it may look, hang on, I know it may look like I'm actually going sideways. I'm not. It's just, actually I shouldn't be going sideways. I shouldn't look like I'm going sideways because the moon does not spin. Okay, it spins, but it's like our moon. It's tidally locked. So the same, depending upon where you land, the same part of the moon will always be there. So this surface, if I kept it here, the moon, Kerbal would just spin around along that axis. This wouldn't spin and that spin. This would just stay here, because that's it moving along its orbit. This part of this moon, the moon, will not change. Okay, let's bring this up a little bit. So let's talk about some of our equipment while we wait for this thing to slowly touch down. So we've got tanks, solar sails, communications antennae, and these are Mark 25 parachutes, otherwise known as drogues. And what drogues do, well, what do they do, you wonder? Well, what drogues do is, if you look, where are they? Where are they? They should be on here somewhere. Ah, yes, there they are. See here, this part here, yes. This parachute, and its twin on the other side, when they deploy, they will deploy at 500 meters from the surface of a planet with an atmosphere, so either Kerbal, Kerbal, Eve, Duna, and I believe Lathe. Don't know of any others. I can't think of any others. I've been to most planets. I haven't been to Moho or Dre or Drez. I'm slightly off target. Yes, I've been to Moho or Dre, and I haven't been to Moho and Dre. I tried to go to Moho earlier on a different save file. Didn't really work out. Oh dear, I may be in trouble. I usually actually use this little bit of fuel to get off the moon. It looks like I may have a small amount of trouble. Well, let's try and land, shall we? Now, the other contestants decided they would just take screenshots. I prefer taking a video, if I can, because I don't have to keep pressing the F12 button. I can just press the record button and let it go, and then just talk. Which is fun, because I can talk and not listen to the sound of my own voice as I record, and later during exportation I can hear the sound of my own voice and get freaked out, because honestly I don't like the sound of my own voice. Come on. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh no. Ah, yes. I put, oh, this is not going to be sufficient. This is going to go very, very, very badly. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, do I have lateral drift? Oh, that is not cool. Oh, God damn it. I'm a silly person. Oh. Rod free. Oh, rod free. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen, and I did it anyways. I'm a silly person. What am I, rod free? I'm a silly person. Yes. Yes, you're a silly person. Okay, okay, okay. Any part breaks off, I'm disqualified. Oh, damn. Which is bad, because if any part breaks off, can't believe I have to do this. Slow down, please slow down. I needed all of that fuel to get back. Oh, good lord. Pardon my French. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't. Land it. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, look, it's a space car. It's a transformer. Great. That's just not what I needed. Oh, dang it. Congratulations, me. Well, seeing as how I'm here, I'm going to do something. I am rod free. We cannot continue. We cannot continue. This is a devastating setback. I have to start all over again. I have to start from launch. Meanwhile, those two guys... Whoa! What? There it is. Meanwhile, Drawn and maybe Thomas we'll see how this goes. Are going to be in orbit. Are they still in orbit? Let's check. That is aero braking. What he's doing right there, at that height, he's coming out of it now, is aero braking. So if I were to switch to him, which I won't because that would be bad, there would be flame effects maybe and all that, and he'd be flying through the atmosphere, and if this was larger, it would be coming down. Unfortunately, yeah, the rules will be checked, and if it is not clearly stated that you must return to the original orbiting parameters, because Drawn did, but only because he was talking with me at the time he was doing this. Well then, this. This is a setback. Rodfrey's happy, he's on the moon! Alright, well, we're going to plant a flag. Actually, we're not going to plant a flag. I know it says plant flag, but it's not a flag. We're going to plant the emergency beacon. Hey, it's the wrong flag! Yeah, no, that's the emergency flag. Oh, got it wrong. Can delete the whole word. Solar panels were damaged. Well, there you have it, folks. We have our first crash of the race. Well, see you next update. Hopefully Thomas will still be flying and landed, as will Drawn be flying and landed. Drawn will probably land in the next, between now and the next video update. I will eventually put up a photo slideshow, a video slideshow of all of the screenshots that were being taken of the various launches of the vehicles and their orbits and their exploits. Oh, right, that's the other thing. I apologize for the massive watermark right here. I'm cheap and I haven't bought the software. So, yes. Hopefully the next leg of this race will finish. Actually, I'm out of the race now because 0.21 is coming out, and as I've been told, it completely means you have to start a new save file, which is unfortunate because I got a couple save files that are progressing rather well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day. See you next episode.